Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my dear students. This is your lecture number 26 of week 9 from chapter Nervous Coordination. This topic will be followed from page number 71 to 72. The contents are review of previous lesson, objectives, neurons, structure of neurons, types of neurons, recap, assignment, and next topic. First of all, I will give you the review of previous lesson, that is steps involved in nervous coordination, receptors, analysis of information, and effectors. After completing this lesson, you will be able to differentiate between myelinated and non-myelinated neuron, explain the function of three types of neuron, draw and label the structure of motor neuron. Neuron. Basically, students, neuron or nerve cells are the fundamental unit of brain and nervous system. It is a special kind of animal cell which can generate and conduct electric current. Although neurons differ in size and shape, but they all have three basic components. Number one, a cell body. It is also called soma. Number two, dendrites, that is the receiving end. And number three, axon, that is the conducting end of electric current or electrical signals. Basically, it is involved in communication by receiving stimuli, integrating various stimuli, and sending appropriate instruction to form CNS, some of the effector organs like muscles and glands. In order to understand the way of generating electric signals, let us study its structure first. Okay student, this is the structure of typical neuron. It, as you can see in the diagram, it consists of dendrites, soma or cell body, axon, myelin sheath, Schwann cells, node of Ranvier, and axon terminal. Like other cells, each neuron has a cell body or neuron cell body, or you can also say a soma, that contain a prominent nucleus, and around the nucleus the cytoplasm is present, which contain smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, and many other cellular components. In addition to typical cell organelles, it also contains a nasal substances which consist of ribosomes that are going to take part in protein synthesis. And students, as you can see in the diagram, the extending away from the cell body, the branch-like structure is present that are called dendrites. The job of the dendrites is to receive messages from other neuron and allow those messages to travel to the cell body. Although some neurons do not have any dendrites, but other types of neuron have multiple dendrites as well. So the function of the dendrites is to receive stimuli and conduct impulses to the cell body. Next one is axon. Axon is basically a tube-like structure that carries an electrical impulses from the cell body and transfer the information away from the cell body. The cytoplasm of axon is called exoplasm, and the cell membrane of axon is called axolemma, and the conducting end of the neuron is called axon terminal. The axons of some neurons are covered by myelin sheath. Basically, it is a fatty material that wrap around the axon to form the sheath. It is basically act as an insulator to minimize the dissipation of the electrical signal as it travel down the axon. The myelin presence on the axon greatly increase the speed of conduction of the electrical signals because the fat prevents any electricity from leaking out. Students, as you can see in the diagram, there is a periodic gap in the myelin sheath. This periodic gap is called node of Ranvier. So at these nodes, the signal is recharged as it travels along the axon. The node of Ranvier is the 1 to 2 micrometer gap between the glial cells of the myelin sheath. These glial cells are called Schwann cells, and they help to electrically insulate the neuron. And students, remember one thing, majority of the neuron is myelinated since they require a fast conduction speed, as a neuron with unmyelinated axon has a comparatively lower speed of conduction of the nerve signals. Types of neurons. Functionally, neurons can be differentiated into following three types: sensory neuron, motor neuron, and interneuron. Sensory neurons is also called afferent neurons. Motor neurons is also called efferent neurons, and interneurons is also called relay neuron or intermediate neurons. First one is sensory neurons. Sensory neurons are the nerve cells that are activated by sensory input from the environment. For example, when you touch a hot surface with your fingertip, the sensory neuron will be once sending off the signal to the rest of the nervous system about the information they have received. Next is motor neuron. Motor neuron transmit nerve impulses from the control center, that is brain and spinal cord, to the effectors that mainly include muscles or glands. Then the interneurons. As the name suggests, interneurons are the one that is present in between sensory and motor neuron, as well as they are transferring the signals between sensory and motor neurons. Interneurons can also communicate with each other, forming a circuits of various complexity. Okay, how do the three neurons work together? First of all, the sensory neurons receive impulse and carry them from the sensory organ to the spinal cord or brain. Then interneuron connect sensory and motor neurons and interpret the impulse. And then from the interneurons, the motor neurons carry impulse from the brain and spinal cord to muscles or glands. Students, as you can see in the diagram, the sensory neuron are unipolar neuron, while interneuron and motor neuron are multipolar neuron. What do you mean by unipolar neurons? Unipolar neurons have only one structure extended from the soma, while multipolar neurons contain one axon and many dendrites. Today we have covered the neurons are specialized cells of nervous system that transmit signal throughout the body. There are two types of extension. One is called dendrites and the other one is called axon. Dendrites are the extension of neuron that receive signals, and axons are the extension of neuron that conduct signal away from the cell body. Depending upon the presence or absence of myelin sheath, the neurons are called myelinated and unmyelinated neuron. Functionally, there are three types of neuron: sensory neuron, motor neuron, and interneuron. This is your today's assignment. How does the structure of motor neuron suit its function? How the myelinated and non-myelinated neuron can be differentiated, and differentiate between neuroglial cells and Schwann cells. In our next lecture, we will be doing reflex arc and steps involved in reflex action. This is all for today. Thank you.